Good morning, world history students. This is Friday, March 11th, 2022. Today, we're going to complete our warm-up and turn it in. We're also going to complete our French Revolution notes, and also remember that your Chapter 22, Lesson 4 guided reading is due today. Question number 1, what were the three estates of the Ancien regime? Recall that the Ancien regime was the old order, the way things used to be. In the old order, the Ancien regime, the king was on top, and then the three estates of France, the first estate was the clergy, the second estate was the nobility, and the third estate was everyone else, the commoners. Question number 2, what are some of the causes of the French Revolution? We could list 6 or 7. In my opinion, the most important causes were the famine, the high price of bread, the shortage of food. Also, the financial crisis, the fact that France had been deficit spending for generations and now had a shortage of money. And finally, there was also anger at the monarchy, anger at the king and queen for throwing banquets and feasts while the people of France were starving. Also, the people of France never even saw their king or queen anymore because now they live in Versailles, 13 miles outside of Paris rather than in Paris itself. Number 3, which French king and queen were beheaded by the guillotine? The monarchs who were beheaded by the guillotine were Louis XVI, that's Louis XVI, and his wife, Marie Antoinette, who was an Austrian princess who married into the French royal family. Number 4, who was crowned Emperor of the French in 1804? This was Napoleon Bonaparte, a Corsican-born French general who was a very successful fighter and then goes on to become Emperor of France. And question number 5, in what country was the French Grand Army destroyed in 1812? That was Russia. Russia was invaded by Napoleon in 1812. And even though Napoleon won all the battles in the war, Russia, by using a scorched earth strategy, was able to starve and freeze Napoleon's army. Napoleon's army was destroyed in Russia, and only a handful of thousands of soldiers made it back with him to France. After the battle, after the invasion of Russia, Napoleon will eventually be forced to abdicate and step down from power. I hope that you all have a wonderful spring break. I look forward to seeing you all again after the break. Make sure that you submit your warm-up. You can email it to me or turn it in when we come back to school. Also, make sure that you complete your Chapter 22, Lesson 4 guided reading, which is due at 11:59 tonight. And finally, make sure that you complete your French Revolution notes from the PowerPoint on Canvas. Email me if you have any questions, and I'll answer your emails through tonight. But after that, I won't be responding to emails until Monday when we're back in school. Have a safe break, and I'll see you when we come back.